Hello everyone, happy Thirsty Thursday. You probably noticed that I am by myself today. The holiday season is a very busy season here at Homebrew, Ohio, and Paula just had way too much on her plate today to come join us for Thirsty Thursday as normal. And I know that you guys probably missed us last week as well. I'm really sorry. I was sick last Thursday, so we decided that we would just talk about Viognier today rather than we were going to talk about it last week. So Paula, I'm sure, is really sad that she's missing out because Viognier is like one of her favorite wines. I think every wine is one of her favorite wines, so I'm not really worried about misspeaking here. But basically, she was really excited to get to have me try my first ever Viognier, so that's what we have here. Viognier is spelled Viognier, so like originally I always thought it was pronounced like Viognier or something like that. So for any like wine babies out there that don't really know how it's pronounced, it's Viognier, or at least that's the Americanized version of it. It originally is from France. The grape is grown in the Rhone Valley. It's also grown in North and South America, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, and Israel. The wine is more naturally aromatic than a Chardonnay. So when I opened this, it had a lot of smell to it. And it's like a floral smell, kind of like peach, apricot, honeysuckle, that general variety. Very like sweet, floral, like think like in the spring when you're like just out and about and it has like that sweet sweet spring smell in the air. That's kind of what it reminds me of with the little bit of smell that I have from being sick. But yeah, a really nice light white wine. The color is really pretty on it. Most Viogniers are unoaked, or at least all the kits that we carry are unoaked. So no oaking to it like Chardonnays typically are oaked, I believe. The aromatics can be easily destroyed by oxygen. So when people are making Viogniers, they have to be really careful with the way that they do their barrel fermentation in order to keep those nice qualities to the wine. The grape requires a long, warm growing season, but you don't want to get it too hot so that the sugar content in the grapes get too high and the alcohol levels are messed up there. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. I'm actually really excited and kind of super bummed that Paul isn't here to try it with me because I know that it's a wine that she had been saving specifically for a while because she was curious to see what I'd think. I think my prediction is that I'm going to like it quite a bit. I'm a white wine person for sure. So yeah, I'm excited. It smells good. Okay, so the first sip, then you take another sip. It's a lot more, there's a lot more flavor to it than I was expecting. Like it packs a lot more of a punch. I thought it would be a little bit like lighter, but it's not as light as I was expecting. It is medium bodied. The ones that we have our classic Viognier is light to medium bodied, and then our two blend styles are medium bodied. But I'm really surprised. It's definitely a lot more flavorful than I was expecting it to be. But it's really good. And I really like the way that the smell plays into the taste. Joe, I think your name is Joe, says that it's one of his favorite varietals. Yeah, it's really good. I really am enjoying it. So before we get too into things, I'm going to talk today about the different Viognier kits that we carry. But before we get too into it, I do just want to mention that we have a discount code going on online only right now. It's for anyone to get last minute gifts. Now, the code is GIFT15 at checkout. So just enter GIFT15 and it is applying across the entire site for 15% off everything. It does end tomorrow, Friday the 17th. So if you're trying to get those last minute gifts for people, make sure you get on the site. The code, once again, is GIFT15 at checkout. It's 15% off everything. That's quite a bit of money off if you're getting like, $100 of wine kit or something. Get that $15 off. And something that I do want to mention on that is that we can't guarantee that any gifts will get there by the holiday. Just because like once we pack it up and send it out, it's kind of out of our hands. It's more due to whatever particular shipper we're using. But if you do order by Friday, there's a very good likelihood that depending on where you are, where you live, and where we're shipping it, that it will get to you on time. But we can't guarantee it. I do just want to say we can't guarantee it, but it's better to do it today or tomorrow than to wait at all. Just because there's so much going on in the world right now that's affecting shipping. So we really want you to get your gifts on time. Someone says, can I post a discount code to my Instagram? Yeah, we would love if you would do that. 15% off everything today, tomorrow only, gift 15. So, and then something I did just want to talk about briefly before I get into the types of Viognier that we carry, is I also wanted to mention that we have a new limited edition wine kit, and we'll be talking more about this next week. So if you're someone that really enjoys the limited edition wine kits, you're going to want to tune into next week's Thirsty Thursday, because we're going to be talking about the Pinot Noir Shiraz, which is a brand new kit. It literally came in Tuesday, I think, and it is a really good sounding kit. Like, I'm really excited for it. And we're going to have a ton more information, talk about like food pairings, talk about alcohol content, talk about all that type of stuff next week. So if you're a person that's really excited about limited edition kits, you're going to want to tune in. And it's also on our website right now. So if you search Pinot Noir Shiraz, you should be able to find it, or just LE21. It is for 2022, but the way it works is they talk about the 2022s are LE 2021s, and then like vice versa. It's like the previous year. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So there's going to be a different wine coming out of the limited edition kits now all the way through April 1 each month. So that's something really exciting to look forward to if you're a person that likes to try all the different types of wines. They're really cool kits. So they also come with their own like unique recipe for food pairings, like a recipe specifically made for that specific type of wine. So that's really exciting if you're a foodie. But let's talk a little bit about the different types of Viogniers that we carry. So first up, we're going to have the classic Viognier, and that is going to be $79.99. This is actually the only Viognier that we carry that's just that. It's not a blend. It's going to be light to medium bodied, and it's a classic California. Its flavor profile is peach, apricot, and honeysuckle. And when I was listening to that, or like reading about that, it reminded me of when I was little. I used to live in Hawaii, and they would have like these honeysuckle bushes. And like me and all my friends, we would like pluck these bushes like completely clean of these flowers, and we like suck the honey out of these honeysuckles. And so I was like interested to see if that's what this wine would taste like. But it's a lot less sweet than that. I mean, it's a dry wine, so I wasn't expecting it to be sweet. But like I had that concept in my head. But yeah, it doesn't taste, I mean, it's reminiscent of honeysuckle, but I guess my little kid brain was just expecting to be brought back a little bit. But yeah, we literally, like, those bushes were completely devoid of flowers because of us. Whoever owned them probably was mad at us. But, so the classic California Viognier is going to be, like I said, $79.99. It takes 4 weeks to make, and that's like the most basic level, right? Then next up, we're going to have our Crew Select kits. Our Crew Select kits are going to be $139.99. And there's two different types of Crew Select kits that we have. So we have the Australian style Viognier, but it's like mixed with Pinot Gris. So it has an apricot and a pear taste similar to the classic California, but maybe not as much of a peach aspect and not that honeysuckle. And then we also have the Crew Select. It's the Argentina style trio. So the trio is going to include Viognier, Riesling, and Chardonnay, which I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty cool to me because that's mixing two of the really major white wines, like Riesling and Chardonnay are staples, right? And then throwing that Viognier in there for the aroma. I think that would be a really cool trio to try. And I know that Paula loves wine from Argentina specifically. She just really enjoys that region's wine. So that's where that trio is from as well. It's once again unoaked, medium bodied, dry. I believe the alcohol content is somewhere in the 13 to 14%, and it takes 6 weeks to make, and it's a 6-gallon kit. So those are the three main types of Viogniers that we have. And like I said, the classic is $79.99. It's going to be the only Viognier that we have that's just strictly Viognier. And then we have two Crew Select versions, the Australian style Viognier Pinot Gris, and then the Argentina style trio, which is Viognier, Riesling, and Chardonnay. So those are the three main types that we have. I think that any of them sound pretty good. I'm surprised how much I like this wine. I think that, like, it's interesting. I have this idea, right, where we should get all the different types of wine. Not all of them, obviously, because there's a million. But a different sampling of all the different types of wine. Like Riesling, Chardonnay, Viognier, and then, like, a few different reds, like Merlot, Malbec, like, all those, right? And then we'll be blindfolded, and I want to see if Paula can guess which wine is which, like, just based on taste and smell. I think that would be a really interesting experiment, and I definitely don't want it to be the other way around because I think I would do horrible at it. But yeah, so I'm gonna see if we can make that happen. If you guys think that's a good idea, let me know, because I think it would just be fun. I'm always one that's, like, up for challenges or games. I'm a big, like, board game person. So, like I said, just a reminder, we do have 15% off our entire site online right now with the code GIFT15. And I do just want to point out that when you go to put it in, there's two different sections. There's a coupon code section and a gift certificate section. Make sure that you put it in the coupon code section, because if you put it in the gift certificate section, it's going to say that it's not working. But I just tested it this morning, so it is working. So go get your last minute holiday gifts and go get them for not only others, but yourself, right? It's a pretty good deal to get 15% off those big purchases, and it's pretty rare that we do site-wide 15% off. It tends to be more towards, like, the holiday time of the year. So moving on into, like, January, February, March, don't quote me, but, like, these deals just aren't around nearly as much. So I would definitely take advantage of them while you can. And that gift 15 code is good now through tomorrow. So tomorrow at, like, midnight, I think, is when it cuts off. So gift 15 at checkout. And I hope everyone has, like, a good holiday season. We plan to do a Thirsty Thursday live for the last few weeks in December. So we thought maybe people wouldn't tune in because of the holidays, but, like, you guys are still doing whatever you're doing. Christmas is on a Saturday, I believe. So we're going to once again like talk about the Pinot Noir Shiraz. That'll be good. And then if you have any ideas of what you want us to talk about for the new year, that would be great, because we want to make sure that these are being educational for whoever's watching. So for the new year, something that we're going to focus on a lot is like newer brewers, because we anticipate that people will be, you know, getting into the hobby with the gifts they'll be given from the holiday season. So we're going to probably be focusing on some brewing things that are for like beginners. But we would also love to hear what people that have been brewing for a while want to hear us talk about. Because I don't know about you, but listening to myself just ramble on and not knowing if anyone's interested, that happens to me a lot, actually. So with that, thanks for tuning in for this very brief Thirsty Thursday. Hope you all are having a great week. Hope you all are, you know, staying warm as the weather gets colder. We do have hoodies, and we have crew necks. We have lots of Homebrew Ohio apparel that make great gifts and great ways to stay warm as the temperatures get cooler. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Code GIFT15 at checkout for 15% off. It is today and tomorrow only. Ends the 17th. So make sure you take advantage of that. And cheers. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next week.